Welcome back everyone, hope you're having an amazing day wherever you're watching from. If you love unforgettable voices, emotional blind auditions, and performances that make you stop everything you're doing just to listen, you're in exactly the right place. Today's video is one of those moments that feels calm, powerful, and timeless all at once. It's a performance that doesn't rely on big vocal tricks or flashy runs, but instead quietly pulls you in and refuses to let go. So sit back, relax, maybe turn the volume up just a little, and let's talk about a blind audition that reminded everyone why music can still feel pure and honest. The stage is set in that familiar way only a blind audition can be. The lights are low, the atmosphere is focused, and there's that electric silence in the room before a single note is sung. The judges sit with their backs turned, unable to see who is about to sing, relying only on their ears and their instincts. This is the moment where nothing else matters. No image, no story, no reputation. Just a voice, a song, and the courage to step into the spotlight. And as Jacqueline Hayter walks onto the stage, there's a quiet confidence in her presence. She doesn't rush. She doesn't look nervous or overly dramatic. She looks ready. The band begins softly, creating a smooth and gentle introduction that instantly sets the tone. From the very first note, it's clear that this performance is going to be something special. Jacqueline chooses Nothing's Gonna Change My Love for You, a song famously associated with George Benson, and known around the world for its romantic warmth and emotional sincerity. It's a risky choice in some ways, because it's a song everyone knows. When you sing a classic like this, people have expectations. They remember the original, they remember past covers, and they're listening closely to hear what you bring that's different. Jacqueline understands this, and instead of trying to reinvent the song, she respects it. Her voice comes in smooth and controlled, with a tone that feels warm and comforting. There's no strain, no pushing. She lets the melody breathe. Each word is clear, each phrase carefully shaped. It feels like she's telling a story rather than performing for applause. The kind of singing that makes you lean forward without realizing it. One of the most striking things about her voice is the maturity in it. There's an emotional understanding that goes beyond just hitting the right notes. She knows what the song is about. Commitment, reassurance, love that doesn't fade with time. And she delivers that message with honesty. As the first verse unfolds, you can see subtle reactions from the judges. A raised eyebrow, a small smile, a slight nod to the beat. They're listening carefully, sensing that there's something real here. Jacqueline doesn't oversing. She doesn't try to impress too early. She builds trust with the audience, and with the judges, by staying true to the song's heart. That kind of restraint is rare, especially in competitions where singers often feel pressure to do more. But sometimes, doing less is exactly what makes a performance stand out. When she reaches the chorus, her voice opens up just enough to lift the song emotionally. It's not loud, but it's full. The dynamics are beautifully controlled. You can hear the confidence in her breath support and the way she holds notes without forcing them. The band supports her perfectly, never overpowering her voice, allowing the melody to shine. At this point, the audience is completely quiet, hanging on every note. You can feel the room listening. One of the judges leans forward slightly in their chair. Another closes their eyes for a moment, clearly feeling the emotion of the performance. This is the magic of blind auditions. These small reactions mean everything. They're the first signs that a button might be pressed. Jacqueline continues, completely focused, as if she's singing to one person rather than a massive room. That intimacy is powerful. It makes the performance feel personal, almost private, even though it's being broadcast to millions. As the song progresses into the second verse, Jacqueline adds subtle variations. A gentle change in phrasing here, a softer delivery there. Nothing drastic, but enough to show her musicality. She understands how to keep a listener engaged without distracting from the song itself. Her control over her voice is impressive, especially in how she handles the lower notes. They're rich and steady, never fading or becoming weak. Then comes the moment where the emotion really starts to build. The bridge approaches, and you can feel the tension rising. Jacqueline slightly increases the intensity, allowing more emotion to come through without losing control. This is where many singers either shine or fall apart. She shines. Her voice remains smooth, but there's a deeper feeling behind it now, a sense of promise and conviction that matches the song's message perfectly. And then it happens. One of the judges reaches out and presses the button. The chair turns, and the audience reacts with applause. It's a moment of validation, not just for Jacqueline, but for the song choice and the way she's delivered it. The judge's face shows genuine appreciation. They're smiling, clearly impressed by what they're hearing. Jacqueline doesn't react immediately. She stays in the moment, staying focused on finishing the song strong. Shortly after, another judge turns around. Now there's a sense of excitement in the room. The performance has crossed that invisible line from being good to being truly memorable. Jacqueline holds the final chorus with grace, letting her voice soar just enough to leave an impact. She doesn't overdo the ending. She lets the final note fade naturally, trusting the song to speak for itself. As the music ends, the audience erupts into applause. Jacqueline takes a breath, smiling, clearly relieved and happy. The judges applaud as well, some standing slightly in their chairs. The atmosphere shifts from quiet focus to celebration. It's the kind of reaction every contestant dreams of. Not just loud applause, but sincere appreciation. When the judges begin to speak, their comments reflect exactly